Okay. So where are we? Yes. Assigning of IP address. Manually you can assign an IP address or automatically you can assign IP address. You can configure IP address to the network adapter manually. Okay. So manually configured IP address called static IP. The static IP addresses can change manually. You can also change it. Okay. If you want to change it, you can change. Okay. And automatic. Automatic means you will get an IP address from DHCP server. The DHCP server can be your router or Wi-Fi router or your Windows or Linux server. Some apps also act like a DHCP server. This big message. Okay. The IP address is assigned automatically called dynamic IP address. Okay. These dynamic IP addresses can change automatically. So here it is. I have a I'm going to my control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. So these are my different adapters. In this one, this is my Wi-Fi connected adapter. This is the wide type of connectivity adapter. For wide type of connectivity, not connected. So I'm using only Wi-Fi connection only here. Okay. And some are, these are the virtual adapters. These two adapters are belongs to VMware. Okay, virtual adapters are, and this is virtual box virtual adapter it is. Okay. Again, so this adapter is got assigned with a IP address. Already IP address is assigned. When you check it, DHCP enabled S means the IP address is from DHCP server. And who is your DHCP server? This is your DHCP server. So this is a way of checking IP address. And you got an IP address means is it manual IP or automatic IP? How you will know? So check it. DHCP enabled S and DHCP server address also mentioned here. Meaning is you got this IP address from this DHCP server. Okay. So this is automatic. Now I went to my home. My class completed 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. So anyway, I should go to home. So I went to my home. Again, I open my laptop to do some work. Maybe it is uploading videos or maybe some document preparation, right? And maybe I want to watch some YouTube video. Okay. So what happened? Again, in my home, IP address will be automatically changes to my home Wi-Fi router based on my home Wi-Fi router, that DHCP server. This IP address will be changed. So it is called as a dynamic one. Dynamic IP. IP address is not stable always. You may get one IP today, you may get a different IP tomorrow for same network. When you change the different network, automatically IP address will be changed. That's a dynamic IP address. So IP addresses will change automatically when it is connected to different networks or sometimes same network also. Okay. Next, how to go to this assigning of IP address in a GUI or checking an IP address, anything. I already we had done, so we have to go to control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. It will opens network connections window. There you can find your adapter. Or in the control panel, in case your option is large icons, you can see network and sharing center. In that one, change adapter settings. Then this is network connection window is open. Okay. Another way is go to this ncpa.cpl. Go to run or search. So I'm going to run. If you don't, how to open this run? Windows R. In your keyboard, there is a Windows button and R button. Windows R. or you can type in the search, run. Okay. In this one, type ncpa.cpl control panel, cpl control panel, ncpa.cpl. It directly opens the network connections window. Okay. So you want to check an IP address, which is you are connected, like you are connected through Wi-Fi, means your Wi-Fi adapter, double click details, you can find your IP address. Check it, dhcp enable yes, and dhcp server is there, and your IP, the subnet mask, default gateway, DNS addresses, and lease durations, MAC address, all these things you can able to check it. To configure IP address, two things are important. You can change settings to the use following IP address to make it manually. You can say obtained IP address automatically to get IP address from DHCP server. We see both options. I will take this adapter, or maybe this one is better. Okay, just for manual configuration. So it is automatic one, DHCP enable yes, but there is no DHCP server address. And see, it is 169.254. 169.254 means automatic private IP address. So it is auto configure IP address. So this adapter not getting IP address from a DHCP server. So it is assigned, self-assigned IP address it is. So I'm going to assign a IP address manually. Double click, properties, or you can right click and go to properties also there. IPv4. So check mark is there. See IPv4, Internet Protocol version for IPv4, properties. Okay. And to configure manually, which option? Second option. So, and then give IP address, what based on your current network, give IP address. Okay. Select use following IP address and tell what IP address is using in current network. Guys, in generally, we don't configure IP address manually for your desktops, laptops, or your mobile phone, or your smart TVs kind of stuff. Okay. Mostly we'll try to get IP address from your DHCP server, means your Wi-Fi router as DHCP server, like that only we are getting. But why we need a manual IP? In the servers, mainly servers, printers. So we need a constant IP address, always same IP address, constant IP address is required. So for them, compulsory should give manual IP. Or you do not have a DHCP server, then you should configure manually. You don't have DHCP, then you have to configure manually. Okay. Or maybe you want a stable IP address, always same IP address you want it. You don't want any other random changing IP address. You don't want it. Okay. So then also you can use this manual configuration, just quite easy. But in an organization level, so manual configuration to the desktops and laptops is very difficult. Why? Because more number of devices, each device you have to assign an IP address. It is more administrative burden, and there is a possibility of entering wrong IP and conflicts. Conflict means same system having same IP address. Okay, means two systems having same IP address called a conflicted IP. So that is also possible. In your home, we don't know, like you are maybe learning IP address right now, or maybe previously you learned. But in our home, lot of people are using network, but we cannot teach them how to assign IP address manually, right? For your smart TVs, your smart mobile phones, it's difficult to assign an IP address manually. Okay. So what is the best is like using DHCP server will give you IP address automatically. Not for one device, no, multiple devices we are getting an IP address automatically. Next is chance of wrong IP addresses, conflicts will be very less or maybe no. Okay. So in that is DHCP use. But as I said, In certain situations, certain system required manual IP, mainly servers, certain devices constantly always same IP is required. So then we'll assign IP address manually, like a printers, NAS storage devices, we'll assign IP address manually. So to assign IP address manually, first go to network connections window. You can use ncpa.cpl or go to control panel, network and sharing center, and change adapter settings, and double click on that adapter. Click on the properties, IPv4, then properties. Select use following IP address. You can give any IP address, random IP address also. I'm giving a 10.0.0.11. Okay, so if you have a default gateway to go outside of the communication, default gateway. So I'm assigning some IP. Think like this. I'm connected to this specific network. Now check it. So what IP address I'm getting? And there's still some additional things information. Just I will close it and open it again. So that will be cleared. And also see there is no DHCP server address. Means these IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server addresses, I configured manually. So it's a manual configured IP address. So see the IP address and see the no. Yes, understand manual configuration of IP address. Hmm? Can use right click status or directly properties also. Okay. So I'm going to status or double click on it. Click on the details. So then you will see the IP address is already properly configured. But you want to configure DHCP type. It's already DHCP only. You can see DHCP enable yes is there. DHCP server address is also there. But how it is? Go to the properties, IPv4 properties, and select obtained IP address automatically. It means you are telling to your adapter or your system, get an IP address from DHCP server. Okay. And what is this system will do? It's such, it keep on sending packets to find a DHCP server. It will found DHCP. Once it is found DHCP server, so DHCP server send an IP offer. So DHCP server will give an IP address to our client machine. Then our our client is telling, yes, I want this IP address. So it will send a request. And final DHCP server confirm that IP address. Yeah, take this IP address, this configurations. Okay, entire acknowledgement information is given. So then it is finally configured with an IP address. Okay. So you want to configure automatic type. Means you have to select obtained IP address automatically. And nothing to do, nothing to assign. Just click on OK, close, like that. And check it. Other you are getting IP address updated one on that. Right now, I'm not doing any changes. If I do anything, if I change in this adapter, okay, so entire we are getting disconnected. So obtained IP address automatically means you get an IP address from DHCP automatic type. Use following IP address means manual configuration. And also check the IP address. Okay, whenever you are checking an IP address, if it is showing DHCP enabled S, means the IP address configured automatically by DHCP server. Check the DHCP server address also. DHCP enabled now means IP address is configured manually. Okay. So this is how to assign an IP address. To assign an IP address, you should go to the control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center. change adapter settings. Okay, there you can find your adapter, double click on the adapter or right click on status details to know what is the IP address currently configured. And click on the properties and click on IPv4, TCP IP IPv4. Then it is click on properties. Oh, where I'm missing, what I'm missing. Okay, click on properties. If you want to configure automatically, you want to get IP address from DHCP, select, okay, DHCP. To get an IP address from DHCP server, select obtain IP address automatically. Configure IP address manually. So select use following IP address and specify IP address subnet mask optional default gateway DNS server addresses. Okay. Depends upon your network, you will specify. So this is to get an IP address from DHCP server, select obtained IP address. You want to configure IP address manually. So that is okay. When you are checking an IP address, check yes or no kind of stuff. Guys, understand what it is, how to configure IP address, how to check IP address observations. So we are configuring that is part. Guys, when I'm communicating network, so we have a different network diagrams, right? So within the network, you are communicating. Think like this. So you are communicating from A to B or A to C. Guys, now can you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suddenly
Yeah, we can.
something is happened. I am not able to hear you and nothing. Suddenly it's also dropped. Call is dropped. Okay. I think maybe network. I mean, I'm sitting in a classroom, not far from actual Wi-Fi router. Okay. Anyway, so where are we last? Last one. How to assign an IP address. Okay. This is kind of understand, guys. This part. Assigning of IP address. Obtained IP address
Yes, sir.
automatically use following IP address. DHCP enabled yes, DHCP enabled no. Okay. The last that the point is not last one, it is default gateway. What is default gateway? Before that one, so here it is we last. Okay. So when I want to communicate from this PC to this PC, both are in the same logical network, same physical network. Okay. So packet sent and it will be received here. Right? So to communicate between these devices, from this device to A to B, B to C, C to A, C to D, like that. So between these devices, okay, so we don't require any gateway kind of stuff. Simple to understand. You guys are sitting in a one room, like a 3, 4 members are sitting in inside a room. If these members want to talk to each other, there's no requirement of door, right? So you don't need to open the door and go outside, and talking is not required. You can talk directly. Okay. So that is what, say, within the network, you can communicate directly. Within your logical network, you can communicate directly. Okay. But you want to communicate outside of your network. For example, from from A1 to this A2, you want to communicate, which is different network. Then how to communicate? So you have to send a packet to this place, right? This is through this interface, you're sending a packet outside of your network, because this system is not inside of your network, it is outside of your network. So you have to send a packet. The packet will be sent to an interface. From that interface, the packet will travel different ways and reaches the final point here. And from there, it will reaches the destination. Okay. For example, C want to communicate it to this piece. Same thing. C send a packet to this interface, and from this interface, it travels. Okay. To reaches the destination. Okay. Right. So if anyone want to communicate outside of its network, it has to go through an interface. This interface, we call it as a default gateway interface. Default gateway interface. It's an interface. Okay. So you want to access, I want to connect from my laptop to my mobile phone. Both are in the same network. So I don't require any gateway here. But I want to connect to something like youtube.com, facebook.com. It's outside of my network. So compulsory have to go through this default gateway. Okay. They have to go through this interface. So for this interface, how to connect it to interface? We need an address, right? So this interface also having an address, that is called a default gateway IP address. Okay, the interface having an IP address, that is what we called as a default gateway address. So whenever you're checking an IP address, you can see default gateway. The default gateway is the way when you are communicating outside of your network, compulsory you have to go through that gateway only. Okay. In our network, generally our Wi-Fi router is our default gateway. So when you are communicating outside of your network, the packet will send to the default gateway interface. Okay, to the interface. Address or IP address of default gateway is default gateway IP address. Interface. Default gateway, or you can simply say what is a default gateway when we are communicating outside of your logical network. So the packet will send to the default gateway address. Okay. To communicate outside of the network, we need a default gateway. Simple. I'm waiting, your friend is waiting outside of your room and you want to talk to him. So you will go open the door and go outside and you will communicate, right? If your friend is inside of your room, so you don't need to open the door, right? So you directly will talk. So simple gateway is it's like a gate kind of stuff only. Okay. Don't say gate example in any interviews, but understanding is important. Guys, understand this part?
Yes, sir.
We need little completion, not worrying it, but important is understanding is important because what we are discussing is the most possible questions. Those are all in your notes, but I am adding here few points from there. Okay. And there is a networking commands. You'll see command prompt. From command prompt, what are the things we can able to do it? One is how to check MAC address. One of the command is get MAC command will give you the MAC addresses of your devices, your adapters. Get MAC command. Another important command is IP config. IP config is a command it will tell you what is your adapter, its IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. The command is IP config. From IP config, you can learn about IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Okay. Only three things of your address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway only. You can visible in the IP address. IP config slash all means IP config space slash all. So what you will get it? See, different adapters. Mainly my adapter is Wi-Fi adapter. right? I am getting IP address, of course, subnet mask and default gateway plus physical address. What is physical address? MAC address. DHCP enable yes means I got this IP address from DHCP server. And my DHCP server address also I am getting. And DNS server address also it is showing. Okay. And lease obtained and lease expiry means when I got this IP address, when it is going to be expires. Okay. The expiry date is same today, 18th. Like this. Okay. Don't worry, just see the things. Okay. I change an IP address manually. See, it's a manual IP address part. So for this adapter, I send an IP address manually. So IP address, subnet mask, default gateway also given manually. DNS server addresses also assigned manually. There is no DHCP server address because DHCP enable is no means manually configured IP address. So IP config space slash all. Understand guys difference between IP config and IP config space slash all?
Yes, sir.
In the IP config, there is so many other commands also there. Not only all, so there is a release, IP config space slash release. My IP address is this one. For this one is dynamic IP. It is a dynamic IP, DHCP enabled IP address, right? Sometimes for a certain troubleshooting purpose, if you put this command like IP config release, it flush the all pre-configured means it will remove this IP address. This configuration will be removed. IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address. These all will be removed, flushed. All dynamic IP addresses of adapters will be flushed. That is IP config release. IP config renew. Renew means it renew the IP address means again it will try to get a new IP address. Again it will try to get a new IP address. So IP config release is flush or remove dynamically configured IP addresses. Okay. Renew again it will try to get a new IP address from DHCP. Again display DNS. So daily we are communicating lot of things, right? Google.com, Facebook.com. All their IP addresses stores inside your PC as a cache mode. You want to get that, you want to see, display the content of DNS cache. You want to get a DNS cache information. So IP config space slash display DNS. Okay. You don't want that cache right now. So you want to remove all the cache things. Then you will going to use slash plus DNS. Okay. So these are the IP config based commands. IP config space all. Okay. IP config space all. Next is IP config release, IP config renew, display DNS, flush DNS. Release, it release all dynamically configured IP address means it remove or flushes all dynamic IP addresses. Renew to again system will try to get IP address from DHCP server. Display DNS, all cache DNS solutions. So for example, I open this java.tpoint.com. Initially, I don't know their IP address, but DNS server given an IP address of it. Next time I'm trying, again if I've opened, now I closed it, again I've opened it. Okay, I've opened it again. Next time it won't try to get it from DNS server. It will try to get it from your cache only. So you want to check those things, display DNS. You want to remove all these cache things, flush DNS. Okay. Okay, these are the CLS. Next. NS lookup. Your next lookup command will tell who is your DNS server. Who is your DNS server? So right now it is showing my 10.0.0.1. So not exactly, that is not my DNS server. For example, you want to know some device, some systems, some system, their DNS server. NS lookup www.google.com, it displays google.com's DNS server. It is trying different ways, but it is not getting that one. Okay. NS lookup will tell who is the DNS server of that particular domain or a particular system. Not connecting properly. Okay, we'll leave it like that right now. Okay. Netstat. Another command is netstat. So netstat command, not stat. Statistics means what are the network transactions are right now it is happening. It shows that one. Okay. So from the connectivities. So if I open some website, just like I refresh it, so that related connectivities, communication, it will shows. Here it is reading. Okay. So it is, see, so different connections. HTTPS port, okay, like a NAT type only. Okay. From here, what connections? And this is a WhatsApp part, some other connection, some other kind of stuff. Yeah, while you are doing it, you will pinging. Just wait for that response. This response. And maybe I'll try something. I will open Microsoft. Very slowly it is updating. Maybe some Google browser itself you can run. So right click on the Google. Or maybe some nothing, just so Google. Okay, it's a next stat. So you want to know how it is, what are the transactions are happening, connectivity, protocols, what protocol it is connected. You can see from your system to ARP space -A. ARP, address resolution protocol. Address resolution protocol. So when you are receiving a packet, from others, so the received packet, as OSA model we discussed, in the packet it contains source MAC address, destination MAC address, source IP, destination IP. It means you received a packet from outside, like you received a packet. The packet contains, for example, A is sending a packet to your system. In this packet, as a source MAC address means it is A's MAC address is there, and A's IP address is also there, right? Destination B's MAC address is there, and B's IP address is also there. So whenever B received the packet, what it will do, for first time it is receiving, what it will do, there is a table called ARP table. In this table, it put these details, A's MAC address and A's IP address into one table, the table called a ARP table. So whenever B is trying to communicate it to A, so B knows A's IP address. Using that, from the ARP table, it will know about A's MAC address. Once again, we'll come back. Guys, understand the communication. So when you are sending a packet, your source MAC address means A's MAC address. Source IP address means A's IP. And destination IP, first time you are communicating means you don't know the destination MAC address. You don't know the destination MAC address. So you have to put actually B MAC address. Instead of that, you will put a 12F's MAC broadcast address. You will put it because A don't know B's MAC address. But B received a packet. What it will do? It's do some mechanism, right? It will take so in the ARP table. So it will in the ARP table, it puts A's IP address and A's MAC address in the table. Now B is sending a packet to A. So while it is sending the packet, look at here, source MAC address means it's a B's MAC address, B's MAC address, B's IP address as source IP, destination is A's IP, A's IP, we know it's B knows A's IP because it's sending packet. AIP and get the A's MAC address from AIP's. This is A's MAC address. So then automatically from this table, it got MAC address. So it won't do broadcasting now because it is in the table. It sent packet to A. A received a packet from B. Again, what it will do? It check the B's IP address, right? So in there again, B's IP, B MAC address. It will store into this ARP table. Okay, because it is received this packet contains B's IP is there, B's MAC address is there. Again, A is communicating to B. This time it changes. Source MAC address, source IP address, destination IP, and destination MAC address. This time no broadcast required. Why? Because A know it's a MAC address using ARP table. Okay. So this is my system ARP table right now. These are all dynamic, means when I shut down my PC, automatically dynamic will be gone. Okay. So it is different systems. It is receiving different packets. I don't know how many packets you receive. 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to up to 21. So it is trying to, different devices are trying to communicate it to me. Or I am communicating to it. I don't, all are in the same local systems only, up to 250. So it is learning when it is my system receiving the packet from this system. It take this system IP address and their MAC address, put it in ARP table, ARP space -A, ARP table. Okay. So the root P. Okay. So root is not a root P, it is root print. This is a built-in routing table, or we can change this routing table as required. Okay. So already I told when you are communicating, so you have to know you are sending a data. To which way you are sending? To based on your destination, adapter connectivity, right? So route information is there. In a router, we have routing tables, but in system, also having some basic routing tables. Which way it is done, which adapter it has to be sent. Okay. So that is the routing table. You want to see the routing table, or you want to change the routing table, you want to add a route information, also you can do it. Route print is only to print the routing table. So you can also change the route information. Like you can add route yourself. You can add a route. Okay. By yourself, you can add a route. So guys, now finally these two commands are came. Guys, understand all these networking commands?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So this is a two important commands. That's why I kept it last. Okay. So what is the first command is ping command. Ping command tells, okay, you are able to communicate to destination device or not. What is this ping command? What is the ping command? You have a system. I have a system and there is a destination system. I want to check. Both are connected in the network. I want to check from this system, can I able to reach this system or not? Can I able to communicate to this system or not? I want to check it. I want to test it. Then what I have to do? Ping. Think like this, system A and B. Ping to BP system IP address. So what happened? Request sent to the BPC and BPC receive your request. Means what request is called a echo request. Okay. The request name is echo request. Protocol is ICMP protocol. Ping use ICMP protocol. Request is echo request. It's sent to the BPC. BPC understand you are doing some ping request, ping echo request, right? Ping kind of testing. So BPC received your packet, understand what is your requirement based on the protocol and then request. And BPC is going to reply. Okay. So it is going to send echo response as a reply. Okay. So if you are receiving reply, from BPC IP address, from BPC, if you are receiving a reply, meaning is so you are successfully able to communicate between A to B. This is what it is. So ping is used to test connectivity between the devices. Ping will tell you are able to communicate to the destination device or not. You need to try pinging to the google.com. Okay, you try to ping to the google.com. Okay, so you are getting first IP address and you are replying from google.com IP address. Means from my system to google.com, communication is good. Okay, yes. From PCA, try to ping to PCB. Okay, PCB IP address. So here we do not have any pictures. There it is, a picture is there. Okay, okay. PCA example IP address. For example, IP address is 10.0.0.1. PCB IP address is 10.0.0.2. Okay, I want to test it from PCA. So then I want to ping to PCB. Okay, at PCA, from PCA, ping to PCB means ping PCB IP address. PCB IP address. When you are getting reply from this PCB IP address, means PCA to PCB, PCB to PC communication is there. Okay. So this is how to test connectivity. Okay, you can try different things. Okay, I'm pinging to 192.168.16.192 dot some 15 other device. See, I'm able to getting request reply from that device. Meaning is communication is there between my device to that device. Okay, reply from. Try ping to google.com. Then also you will understand from your system to google.com communication is there. Means your internet everything is working. Guys, understand what is ping used for?
Yes, sir.
Another important command is traceability. What is this traceability? So when I'm pinging to google.com, so I got to know I can able to reach google.com. Can able to reach google.com. But when I using traceability, it will tell how you reach it. Can I go to Delhi? Yes, I can go to Delhi. Okay. Yeah, someone is yeah. Okay. So guys, just 2 minutes. I got an important call. Okay. Just 2 minutes, we will continue. Can you able to hear?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear.
sir.
Sir.
Okay, still that call is going on. See. This I want to complete it once. It's a 5 minutes only part. So where are we last? And then we'll come back to this ping command again. Okay. So two missions I opened now. So we'll see again. What is this trace RT? The trace RT meaning is it will tell you how you reach the destination, the path. Okay. It means I'm here and google.com is somewhere else. Facebook is somewhere else, right? So there is a lot of changes from my system to my gateway, gateway to router, ISP, ISP to some other routers to some other routers. Finally, we'll reach the destination. Think like this. So you are going from one distance to another one. From example, you are started it here. So you have to go up like this, maybe like this, maybe like this, maybe like this, right? Finally, you reach the destination. Okay. So different paths are there. You can go like this, or maybe you will go like this, or maybe some other separate route is there. You will go like this, right? But which route you went, which path you went, okay, and how you reach the destination. Exactly say how you reach the destination. Ping will tell you, can you reach the destination or not? But trace RT will tell you how you reach the destination. So trace RT space www.google.com. So it is, first of all, my packet from my system to my gateway to my my ISP to some internal ISP routers. Again, it will change. Again, some other routers, some other routers, some other routers. Finally, it reaches the destination. So I have to reach my destination within a 30 hops. Within a 30 jumps, I have to reach 30 routers. I have to reach it. So if I am not reached by 30 hops, what happen? Packet will be dismissed. Okay. So that also we should know, why it is the limitation is, so maximum from one point to another point of communication, another site, destination. If it is more than 30 hops means the packet will be spreaded into the different locations and different search parties, and finally not available. So what it will do, the same packet is rotating in entire global network. Okay, so then it will be closed. Okay, yeah, finally we reach. See, from my PC to this gateway, then ISPs, another router. Finally, I reach the destination. If you use same for other things, for example, I use facebook.com. Okay, first my system find an IP address of facebook.com, then it will send the packet to the facebook.com, right? But this trace RT, what it is telling, how you reach the facebook.com server. Okay. So if you see the very first IP addresses almost all same. Oh, 9 hops, that is 8 hops. If you see, the first two is always same. See, first one, second one, request timed out, third one. The third one is little change. Different route it is taken. Up to here it is same route, but from here different route it is taken. And it is went somewhere. Finally, it reaches the destination. Okay, it reaches the destination. This is called a trace RT. Trace RT will tell how you reach the destination. How you reach the destination. Yes, understand what is trace RT?
Yes, sir.
Now again ping. Okay, ping. So what is the purpose of ping? Is a ping is major role in the troubleshooting of network. First of all, you should understand whether you are able to connect or not. And when you're doing pinging to the destination, you received a reply from destination IP means good connectivity. No problem, good connectivity. But if you are getting, when you are pinging to your destination, you got destination host unreachable. Destination host unreachable means maybe destination device is down, maybe you enter wrong IP address, or destination is disconnected. Okay, or when you pinging to the destination, okay, when you are pinging to destination, if you received a request timed out, meaning is your destination is device is down, maybe wrong IP address, disconnected. It's a common from here to here, but there is two additional things are there. One is at a destination, okay, yeah. So at a destination means at a destination, this PC firewall, okay, maybe your Windows Defender firewall, okay, this firewall not allowing your request. It's not allowing your ICMP request. Okay, it's not allowing your ICMP request. So it will drop the packet here only. So your system is waiting for a reply. Okay, destination is there. Okay, the destination is available. So you are waiting for reply, but you are not getting reply from destination. So what it will do? It make it as a request timed out. Request timed out. Sometimes you send a request. Okay, you send a ping request, and it is trying to reach the destination, but the path is not available. It's not there. It's actually it's not in your network. It is outside of your network. That is not there. So in that cases, also it will tell request timed out. Best example is I try to ping some device here. Okay, something which is not in this network. It is outside of my network. Maybe it is there or not. I try to send through um, my gateway. If it is outside of my network, it will send to the gateway. Once it is sent to the gateway, it search in a entire network, not found. Then it will tell request time. Okay, guys. If in case you got a reply from destination means good connectivity. Connection is there. Request means host, destination host, unreachable. Destination host, unreachable. Okay, destination host, unreachable. Meaning is destination device is down or wrong IP address, or maybe it is disconnected. Request timed out. Even that kind of stuff also same thing. It is possible that is your destination device is down, wrong IP or disconnected. Additionally, request timed out means maybe the destination firewall is blocking your request, or maybe path is not available. Guys, understand this reply from destination kind of stuff? Huh? Give some reply. A destination host reachable or request timed out. Huh? Give some reply, guys.
Sir,
No. Okay. So out of all request time, we got one reply. Hmm. We'll see. So one more small point, and I will show you the ping with the different devices also. Okay. Ping destination IP with -t or /t. What is this? Ping command, destination IP address, and -t. It is a continuous ping request. It will send continuous ping request. In Windows, in Microsoft Windows, by default, only 4 ping requests it will send. It will send 4 requests and it will try to receive 4 receive. So again, 4 packets only we are sending. 4 only we are sending. Okay. Within that, we are getting connectivity good, otherwise not. Right. But you want a continuous. First, in a certain troubleshooting, mainly network fluctuations are there. Okay. Some restarts, testing places, we use continuous pinging. Why you need a continuous ping test? To know what is the current status, connectivity is there or not, changes are there or not, like that. Okay. Okay. So that is what it is, continuous pinging purpose. We'll see the continuous pinging purpose. Guys, I have 2 machines. So this is one of the Windows machine, Windows machine. Okay. Its IP address is 170.16.194.177. Okay. So this is my PC, right? This is my PC. Okay. ARP space -A. Just see any 19. Do you find any IP at 172.16.94, 194, 777 is not there. Right now it is not there. Okay. We'll see. We'll do pinging. First we'll concentrate on pinging. Then I will add that point because it's a combination point. So 177, right? So reply from destination. I got a reply from destination. It means from my system to this remote system, I can able to communicate. I can able to communicate. That is a good communication. Also, I'm going to ping to this Linux machine. Again, it is gone. Okay. What's an IP address? Is 103. Again, I'm trying to ping to 172.16.194.103. So I can able to communicate to that system as well as this system. Okay. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
It's fine.
Then we'll do one small magic. Okay. What I'm going to do is, so I'm going to disconnect from network. So this PC is network wise is disconnected. Just think like based on the reply. That is 777, right? So earlier we are able to communicate. Okay. Now we'll see what output we are getting. First is request timed out because we have tried earlier. So then that's why it is request time. So what is meant by request timed out? Our destination host not reachable means destination device is not available, down, disconnected, or I may entering a wrong IP address, right? So where is the parallel? So I check the system is available. One second. Bye. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to this NCPA it is slow system. Not actually slow system because it is contains some applications. Okay. So I'm checking system is available. Good. But see, adapter is disconnected. So I have to check the backside adapter connection. So what happened? Okay. So it may be disconnected. Then I will reconnecting back. Now it is reconnected. No cross mark. Cross mark means disconnected. No cross mark means it is connected. Check the IP address once again. See, it is same IP. No problem with IP address. Only thing is it is disconnected. Okay. Try ping again. Okay. Communication. This is how you have to check it. So when you got destination host not reachable means, so what is the destination? Is the IP address is correct? So is it available? Is connected? Okay. Then first these are the probable causes. Find out probable causes and find out a solution. What solution? Not connected. Connect it back. Check IP address. Correct IP address or not. System is available or not. So these are the things you have to cross verify and then you have to troubleshoot. Guys, understand destination host not reachable. Understand destination not reachable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one more troubleshooting, that is request timed out. So we should get, already it is allowed in firewall rules. That's why it is getting connected. Okay. So I am going to little change and we'll come back to this part. Okay. Actually, these rules are enabled. So that's why it is enabled. So I'm disabling these rules, the firewall rules. Later I will enable. See, enable, no, no. Okay. These are the firewall rules of ICMP echo request. You can see core networking diagnostic, ICMP echo request, okay, IPv4 for private and domain wide. It is allowed, action is allowed, means ICMP is allowed, but it is disabled. It means the rule is disabled. Another one is your firewall is also enabled. The firewall is also enabled. Let's see. Again, I'm trying to communicate. So what I'm getting? Request timed out. Okay. So what happened? When I'm trying to communicate to that remote system firewall not allow me to allow, it's not taking my request. It dropping. Okay, what is my ICMP packets? It's dropping it. That firewall is doing that one. System is available. I checked it, system is available and it is connected and IP address also correct. But I'm getting request timed out. So two possibilities, two more possibilities. One is firewall. Second one is path not found. Path not found means it's not outside of my network. It is inside my network. Same segment network it is. Same IP network. Same logical network. Same kind of logical network. Okay. So this both are same. Then what I have to do? Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm using this continuous ping. I want to use the continuous pinging. So maybe sometimes it is connecting, sometimes not connecting. Okay, it is getting request timed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to that server. If I turn off this firewall, okay, if the firewall is actually blocking my request, if I turn off this firewall, so problem is solved. Okay. So I turn off the firewall, see immediately reply from the destination. Good. But problem is, if you turn off the firewall, so the firewall is actually meant for protection purpose. You turn off the firewall, you disable the protection. But in the private network, okay. But generally, do not turn off the firewall. It's not recommended one. Okay. So you must turn on the firewall. But if firewall is turned on, you can't communicate. So what you want is ICMP. So I'm going to advanced settings in this one. Windows Defend Firewall, you can find in control panel. Go to advanced security settings. Click on inbound rules. Click on inbound rules. And in this inbound rules, find out. You can create your own rules also, but already this rule is already existing. It will come, guys. It is taking time. Okay. So go to that rule where it is core networking, diagnostic, ICMP, echo request, these two rules. It is disabled. So right click, enable the rule. And second one also right click, enable the rule. So these rules are enabled. So see, enabled is yes. And it is allowed also, right? So now it is enabled. Can you see? That is, I am able to ping. Means it only ICMP is allowed. Remaining any protocol threads are there, whether it is allowed or not allowed, the firewall will decide. Okay. So this is how request time or troubleshooting. Okay. Understand, guys? And this is continuous ping. So you can observe the fluctuations and all. So in your things, then based on that, where it is cable related, cable loose connectivities, okay, or firewall related, system on or off, or adapter kind of stuff, TCP/IP related protocols, services related. So you will understand. Control C to start. Okay. Understand all the troubleshooting things, basic ping related communication.
Yes, sir.
Get. As I said, ARP table, right? So go to ARPA. So if you see now 103, 177, these pieces MAC addresses are got it because ping is like a send and receive. When you are sending and receiving this ARP table, take their MAC address and store the MAC address here. But both are look like same MAC address. Hmm? Because it's a virtual network. Yeah, close up. And I'm going to shut down these machines. First is Linux is better to shut down. That is very slow system. This is better system. No problem. Direct close. So this is a 2 hour virtual machines to use for different purpose. One is Linux, another is Windows 10. This is a Windows server. So total again is got freezed. Mhm. Yeah, 4 hour. Just I tried to shut down normally. It's not agreeing that one. Got freeze. Okay. So I'm closing extra things also speed up my system. Yours is /11. Okay. And this is the how we can able to troubleshoot with the different ping outcomes. Mm, yeah, I need this one. Why it is doing last minute tensions? Oh, Windows is getting ready to not turn off. Huh? Problem with the Windows, Microsoft, this is updates. Regularly using system is okay. Occasionally we are using that machine. It's update. Unnecessarily open. Not unnecessarily. We are purposefully are open.
Monday.
Yeah. Now finally this document is moving. Guys, so one more point is about your OSM model again. Okay. We have seen different things, right? You are not able to communicate. So one reason is maybe it is disconnected. Check the connectivity. Physical layer wise, understand the issues. Physical connectivity. Okay. So disconnected, physical connectivity. Check the physical, like you are not able to communicate. Check the physical connect. Next one is IP address. Check the IP address of source and destination. If both are in same segment means their network ID must be same. If both are in different segments, different places, different networks, then the path must be there. Compulsory connectivity path must be there. Okay. So that is the thing. So check the IP address, same network or different network, a wrong IP address possible. So check the IP address. First is physical connectivity. Next is IP address. Another one is firewall. Maybe firewall is not allow you to connect the firewalls. And next is protocols. Okay. Next is protocol. Are you using correct protocol to communicate? So you want to access a web server. So do you use SMTP protocol or FTP protocol? You should use HTTP protocol, right? Check the protocol. So application and protocol. Check the what application you are using to connect, what protocol you are using to get services, right? Application and protocol. Next, encryption method. What type of encryption you are using? HTTP or SSL or TLS? With encryption, without encryption, encryption keys. Okay. So that encryption part is also very important. Next, when you do some transaction, if you are observed, do not press the back button or refresh the page. So mainly like your banking related transactions. So like you are order something from Amazon, Flipkart or a Zepto or a Blinkit, right? So when you are giving a bank details, OTP, it's rotate, right, for a few seconds. It will tell you do not refresh or press the back button or don't close the app right now. Don't close it. Why? Because of the session, within that session only, entire transaction has to be completed. If you refresh, are you disconnected from the network? Okay, you press the back button, session will be gone. Session ID will be changes. So what happened? Transaction may be failure. Maybe transaction is completed, money is detected, but actually the order is not placed. Okay, so it is section layer related issues. So for troubleshooting different things in network, understand from which part of things you should understand. For example, you received a 404 request time dot error. So for example, you open something like you open a URL and immediately it is showing something like a so you open some URL. Okay, it is showing oops kind of stuff. Okay, it is not showing that one. So my favorite is w3schools.com. Okay. So what it is? No input file it is showing. Everything is got changed. I will try again. Variables. Just I want a 404 error. That's why I'm showing. See some URL you open. So now we got it. See 404 page not found. Sorry, we can't see to find these resources we are looking for. Okay. If you are getting this kind of stuff means there is no problem in your system, no problem in your internet connection, no problem in IP address, firewall or anything. Problem is your server. Your server do not have this page. Either you are enter wrong URL. This part. This part you are enter wrongly. Website is correct, but URL is wrong. The page is not available in server. Maybe you are enter a wrong page information, wrong URL you are given, wrong URL or that page is not available in server. Okay, so that is 404 error. It's application. So part is application side, not even a protocol side also. Okay, not a protocol one. It is application error. Or a page wrong URL kind of stuff. 404 page not found. Okay, so that's other links are open. It means it's not application problem. It is different. Maybe you enter some wrong website, for example, wrong destination, wrong destination. Okay, so it is trying to connect, but it will shows no connectivity. It may be then you can find maybe yeah, like this site you cannot reach, server IP could not be found. Maybe you're given wrong URL, again wrong IP address of that server, wrong name you are given or wrong IP address you are given, or maybe you are not connected to the network also, means what we can say internet problem, connectivity issues possible. Then what to do? Check anything from Google. Check other sites, not only this one. Check any other website like try google.com. Okay, try google.com. Okay, ping to google.com. Go to command prompt. Try to ping to google.com. You are getting reply from google.com means you are connected to google.com. So it is one standard type of troubleshooting nowadays. Okay, maybe any other website is not working. No problem. Just try to ping to google.com. You are able to get pinging means somewhere it is not, internet is there, somewhere there is a problem with your DNS configuration or maybe some address configuration is problem is there. Okay, so this is what it is. That's why. Okay, so different ways you have to test to make sure that where is the issue. Is a connectivity issue or IP address issue, firewall related issue, application related issue or protocol related issue or encryption related issue or session related issue it is. So, okay, OSA models are used to understanding a OSA model will help you to understand the troubleshooting related issues also. Okay, that is the final point. Okay. Wi-Fi configuration is there. When we got a time, then we'll see the wireless router configurations. Okay, how to connect devices. That's we'll separately see. Okay, guys, that's it. And tomorrow we're going to start with a fresh topic. Okay, we'll see. This is for today. Any questions? Anything?